Antonia Kerrigan, who's standing by for France 24 at a police station in the 17th arrondissement of Paris. Hi there, Antonia. So what else do we know about these arrests then?
Well, we know that they took place at different places. We know they took place across the Paris region last night and around about 9 o'clock, but at different places at slightly different times during the course of the evenings. As we saw there, the prosecutor is keeping her cards fairly close to her chest in terms of the identities of the suspect, and apart from being told that one has been linked by DNA evidence to the scene, we don't know who these four other people are and what kind of information we expect them to be able to provide. We were also told, it was also confirmed, that these arrests are not the result of the interrogations of the two suspects arrested over the weekend. Indeed, the two suspects, we have more information on them. Indeed, they were formally charged yesterday evening for aggravated robbery, with the aggravating factor being that it took place in an organised group. They're also charged with criminal conspiracy, offences that carry 15 and 10-year sentences, respectively. We know a little more about the individuals. Both of them were in their 30s. One has linked to past incidents of aggravated robbery. Another, his record included nothing more serious than road safety offences. At this stage, they have admitted to police, after some questioning, they did admit that they were involved in the robbery, but they did not admit that they were involved to the extent or in all of the ways that prosecutors believe they were involved. So there's seemingly a partial admission on their part, but certainly their testimony is not what led to the arrests yesterday. And also worth mentioning, the prosecutor admitted it wasn't necessarily the plan to have these two initial waves of arrests. The reason why two initial arrests were made over the weekend ahead of these others is that they realised that one of the people they had their eye on had bought a one-way ticket to Algeria.
Now, we obviously cannot ignore, Antonia, what's on many people's minds, including, of course, French officials. That is, of course, the location of the jewels themselves. Despite these new arrests, there's still no trace of them then, it sounds like.
Yes, that's quite right. The prosecutor confirmed that searches conducted overnight following these arrests haven't yielded these jewels. She confirmed that specialised teams are keeping a close eye on both the legal and illegal markets. Obviously, it's very unlikely that anyone would attempt to sell these extremely identifiable objects on the legal market, and that the black market, well, anyone who is caught selling these jewellery on there, well, they would add to their rap list the an additional charge of concealment of stolen goods. And indeed, this morning in her interview, this prosecutor seemed to be sending several messages to those who may know anything. She reminded the listeners that the cooperating or coming forward with the stolen goods would be taken into account when deciding the sentence, and as such, anyone who knows anything or has these stolen goods, it would be in their interests to come forward. Of course, their calculation would be a question of whether they think they might be able to get away with it without doing that, and she's trying to and close down that line of thinking as well, saying that many avenues remain open in the inquiry, that there is still an abundance of DNA evidence, that there are phone records, and that since these arrests, additional objects, unspecified, have been uncovered by the investigation that are expected to yield different threads of investigation. So her message to the culprits at large seemed to be that the police are getting closer to further arrests, are getting closer to identifying further individuals, and that it would be in their interests to cooperate.